A very good day to one and all. Today we are here with another presentation of Amazing Ace. Oh, I mean Group 1. Today we are going to talk about a brilliant Kannada and English author, Sudha Murthy. She has published a number of books with life lessons and which spreads happiness among us. Her stories are really a nice way to teach children moral values and to connect them with past. Today we are here to present one of her famous story, the Unending Story. From her great collection of stories, the Grandma's Bag of Stories. This book is having her childhood experiences with Ajja, Nanaji, Ajji, Naniji and her cousins. Every year in summer holidays, she used to go to village to meet her Ajja, Ajji, cousins and Rahmat Kaka. And of course, to hear wonderful stories from them. This is the story she heard on the last day of her trip when every child wanted the unending story. The story begins like this. It is the story of King Pratap Singh, the king of Myanmar, who was just 15 years old and was not as mature as a ruler. So he loved to listen to stories, not to the people of his kingdom. Every time he was just thinking of stories.
Today I will listen a scary story. It will be fun. I will also demand for a funny story. Ha ha ha.
Ministers were worried about the kingdom, as king was not looking into the serious matter.
Ram Singh ji, our kingdom is not growing like others.
Yes, Jai Singh ji, I can see, but how is it possible without a responsible king?
I think we should do something.
What can we do? He's our king. We have to obey him.
Story listening habit of king lined up all the storyteller in the kingdom. But each and every day, he wanted a new story. He was giving the big gifts to the storytellers. It was another matter of concern for the minister.
What king is doing? In this way, our royal treasure will be empty.
The next day, the king ordered to make an announcement to find the next storyteller. To hear a story that goes on for as long as I want. Whosoever will complete my wish, I will give him or her half of my kingdom as reward.
Ladies and gentlemen, our king wants to hear a new and unending story. However will please the king with her his story will be rewarded with half of the kingdom.
Here comes another challenge for the ministers.
How can he give a storyteller, a writer, half of his kingdom?
But they were helpless, as the king used very adamant. Soon there was a huge line of male and female storytellers in his court.
Obviously, everyone wants to win the big prize. But how could a story go on for months, days, or even hours? So the king was sad as the stories were not matching his demand.
Not good. Stupid. Rubbish. No. They are not good at all.
All the work had stopped. Everyone was busy in searching of the storyteller. Now they need a plan to bring their king back to the work.
His minister was very clever, so he thought of a plan. The next day, an old storyteller came to the palace and demanded an audience with the king to tell the story. He got his permission, made himself relaxed, and started the story without any introduction.
This is a story of a farmer who used to grow sugarcane in his field. All sugar is sold in the sugar factory to make sacks of sugars out of it. All sugar would be sold in the market. Everyone was happy and rich. Factoryman stored all the sugar in storeroom till they were taken
Then the king stopped the old man and decided to listen the rest of the story next day. Next morning, story started in the same way. After some time, king burst with the anger.
What type of story is this? How dare you to tell me such a boring story? What will be the next? What happened to the farmer?
My Majesty, crops were good this year. Thousands of seeds are remaining.
I don't want to listen the story.
If you order to stop me, then I will get half of your kingdom as a prize.
The king was in a dilemma as he couldn't give half of his kingdom for this boring story, but he had promised to do so. So he sat down there and started to think.
I am your chief minister, sir. Don't worry, my majesty. I don't want your half kingdom. I want to tell you that you are not doing right with your people. They need a responsible king. You should listen people before listening their stories. You should take care of them.
King was ashamed as he realized his mistake.
Wow, what a wonderful plan it was! Do you know what we learned from this story?
We should always be responsible and have a balance in our life. Our duty is a priority. And one more thing, with our intelligence we can find the solution of our problems. So, try and be smart, be responsible.
I hope you all like our efforts. In the end, I will say that stories are not just told. They are the mirror of our society, which gives us learning at